What's up? Yo, welcome to Cloudy Thoughts. It's LoFi Monk. I'm your host. Having some views this morning. It's been a crazy morning. My screen is blank. While I'm doing this, it's crazy. The show must go on. Oh, here we go. Finally, I can see. Wow. Yeah. Welcome to Cloudy Thoughts. I'm your host, LoFi Monk. Woo. This morning has been crazy, dude. Let's see. I had a family reunion this last weekend, and a lot of family from out of town and crazy places decided to meet here and stay with my immediate family, and then we all went together to the family reunion, and we had a good time. It was cool. Yesterday was mine and Shorty's anniversary, so everybody kind of cleared out and gave us our space, and me and Shorty kind of hung out yesterday, but this morning I woke up and the electricity was out. And anyway, I've been what's up, Oregon? How you doing, man? So electricity was out this morning. I've been just trying to get my computer up and running this entire time. That, and I had some family members stop by out of nowhere before they left town, just to say goodbye. That was cool. Good to see them before they leave. I just literally before I went on here, it was like maybe 5 minutes that I had my computer up and running, and it's just been crazy. So here we are. Things are working. The show must go on. Doragon, you're good. What's up, dude? Yeah, I'm good now that I'm here. Man, I didn't think I was gonna make it, and I almost thought about I just won't do the show. But you got it. The show must go on, right? Like I said. What up, David P? How you doing, man? Oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy this weekend. And one of my cousins, he pulls up. He's got a whole they got vehicles. One truck pulling this huge barbecue pit, and they had this SUV that had a tray full of wood. And I was like admiring his barbecue pit because it was insane. It was huge, and I was like, what, I found out that his kids actually make these. They own a company that manufactures barbecue pits, and, among other things. But I was like, well, what would it cost me to get one of these? And he's like, oh, I paid about $30,000 for this one. For a barbecue pit, bro. I was like, oh, I'm good. Good morning, Jeff. Oh man, shout out to you guys, Doragon, David, P, Jeff. How y'all doing? Good morning, guys. Oh, we got more people coming in, man. Join the chat, hit that like button. Let's get into some stuff, man. So one of the interesting things that happened, Uncle LoFi was hanging out with the kids a little bit, and my kids were there, and the trend was all these kids, there was lots of kids. They all had Nintendo Switch. Almost every single one of them. It was crazy. They were all clustered in groups playing. They started playing Jack, the Jack Party Box set thing. And anyway, they asked me to come and play with them, and I was hanging out. Oh, TwitchCon happened this weekend, huh, Jeff? No, I didn't even know. I was busy with my family reunion. But I was talking to the kids while we were playing and stuff, and they were just going crazy. Have you played this game? Have you tried that game? Have you? So one of the things I was asking them about, I was like, do you guys prefer AAA games or indie games? And it didn't take them a second. It didn't take them all of them indie games. That was their favorite. I was kind of shocked by it. They were, my little 13-year-old nephew even said, he's like, AAA games come out, they're incomplete, they're missing things, or there's some huge problem that has to be fixed right when the game comes out. And I was like, wow, okay, all right, that's weird, because that's the thing, that's the exact thing we've been saying, is it's not about the AAAs. It was just I don't know. It was kind of interesting to hear what these kids had to say about it. I asked them if they even knew what cloud gaming was, and no, they had no idea what cloud gaming was. When I showed them that I could open up my phone and just start Doom Eternal and play it with the touchpad. The touchpad part was the fact that the thing they were most amazed by. You don't need a controller? They were just amazed by it. And I was like, look, I told my kids, because this is the first time I really paid attention to it, as much as I told them about it. I was like, look, set up your accounts. I can share all my games with you. They were like, no, you can share your games. What's that, David P? Why you calling me out? Yeah, man, Uncle LoFi. But yeah, I did not see Stadia, or I didn't see TwitchCon. There should be a StadiaCon. That would be dope. Yo, what up, Simpleton? Good morning, Simpleton. Oh man, so glad to be back. Did you guys catch that episode of Cloudy Thoughts with Purple Haze and Project Storm? Bro. They in apart, dude. Some of the stuff they were talking about, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I had to go back and listen to it. I was there for the beginning part. There was a little technical difficulties, you know. And then I caught probably like the last maybe like 30 minutes or 45 minutes or something like that. Probably 30 minutes that I joined when I joined the audience. I don't know. I was in and out of there. But yeah, shout out to Purple Haze and Project Storm. Thank you guys so much. You guys did an amazing job. If you don't know about Project Storm, go check out his YouTube channel. He's a world record holder in Centipede. What is it? Centipede what? Recharged? And if you don't know about Purple Haze, she's the greatest co-host in all of cloud gaming history. Check out her channel. She does a lot of really cool interviews. She's got a show called Shades of Purple. She does really good interviews. She's got an awesome interview coming up. I just saw that she's scheduled with the person who writes the stories for Tomb Raider. Yeah, man. Been playing a lot of Roguebook. It's not that popular on my channel, I'll tell you that. You get like 10 views if you're lucky. But that's the best game. That is the best game. Five Nights at Freddy's. Been playing that with Shorty. That's been insane because like it gets so tense and we're like, you can hear Shorty tell me, I told you to look there. It's like, yeah. You're not the one holding the controller. This game's freaky. It definitely tense. Papa Bear Gaming and been doing a playthrough of it too. Really good. And then I saw Suda come on with his girlfriend doing a playthrough Saturday, man. It was really good. I probably helped him out a little more than I should from chat, but it was hilarious. It was like I was playing the video game through them. Is how I felt. Oh, dude. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. What else? I played. You guys know about the race with Cowboy on Fast and Furious. Where is Cowboy, by the way, man? Let me see here. Maybe I can get him in here. Or not. Whatever. But yeah, guys. What has been your favorite game of the Pro releases? I know I just started playing that Turtle Island game. Which is actually kind of good. It's kind of a good game. I didn't expect it to be what it was, but it was kind of cool. It's kind of relaxing in a way. I think I'll play it when I'm just kind of don't know what to play. So, yeah, anyway, what was I talking about? Frog Island. Okay, played Frog Island. That was cool. It's kind of like a memory game. Like a memory match game, but like a free roam exploration thing. It's weird. What up, Sean L? How you doing? Man, Sean L, give me the business in that race with Cowboy. Sean L was on me. Sean L and Dre, it was like a dogfight the whole way through that race. Great race, man. I had a lot of fun just back and forth, bashing each other. Premier Yannick, what up, man? Good morning. Yo, SPG. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing going, man. I don't know. I've been away. I'm gonna go ahead and pin this. Finally we got people in here. You guys want to join the show, just jump in. No big deal. Don't have to use your camera, don't have to do anything special. Tell me what you've been up to, what you've been gaming on. I've been gaming on the Switch over the weekend. That was kind of cool. Yeah, Sanchez, I am back. Oh man. So let's see what's gonna be coming up. Cloudy Thoughts this Friday. The scheduled guest, we'll see how it goes. The scheduled guest is MM2K. So that should be exciting. That's a big one. That's something I've been waiting on since I've started this show. Was MM2K to have him on as a guest, and it's finally happening. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make this a huge. I'm gonna just pack it in with content as tight as I can. It might be a long one. It might be a longer show. We usually do like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I think we might go to Perp and Storm, 2 hours for sure. That was, I mean, dude, they had such a good conversation. But yeah, MM2K this Friday. Shout out to Already Exists, man. I can't wait till this guy gets back. Feel better soon, bro. He hadn't been around. He's been dealing with some stuff behind the scenes, so hopefully he'll be back soon. Shout out to you, bro. Sean L. Let's see. I've been all over the gaming place. Been playing Division 2. Finally finished the New York stuff. Shout out to the random who helped me out. That's what's up, bro. I haven't even got to jump in. I bought that game. Haven't even got to do a first look on it. And that game looks amazing. I'm so... My backlog is ridiculous, dude. I'm trying to play too many games at once. Which is fine, that's how it is, right? You just play all the games, and the ones that stick, that's the ones you just, like, keep playing. Like Rogue Book, I can't can't put it down. Man, believe me, I have tried. That guy is elusive. Sanchez says you need to get Mr. Urban World on the show. Yeah, man. Yep. We have been in talks. Whenever he's ready, Cloudy Thoughts is here. Shout out to Mr. Urban World. It's been a minute since I've seen him in chat. XB3 is about to pull me back to my Switch, huh? You know, I noticed a lot of these games are like they're built on Unity, and they're not a lot of the games that we had, but a lot of the games that came out on Pro were built with Unity, and they previously either been on Switch or they went to Switch, like that Frog Island game. It's on Switch now, but that was really cool. Awesome stealth drop because we got it day and date with everybody else, and nobody saw that coming. But there's some games that would be really cool that fit that category. I'd like to see Carrion. I don't know if you've ever played that game. It's a reverse horror game where you're like the bad guy or the monster. Not the bad guy, but the monster. But yeah, I would love to see that come to Stadia. It was a Switch game. Well, it was on PC too, but I'm just saying it fits that category, so maybe we could get that. Games like that anyway. Let's see what's happening. We got that expansion to Mexico coming. Should be very soon. Have all our brethren from south of the border join us in the gaming community. That'll be really good for especially for like I played a couple games of Outcasters. It was the first time I really played the game. I got to play on stream with Squids. Shout out to Squids, man. Shout out to Squids, the giveaways. He's doing all these crazy giveaways every day. It's insane. You want a chance to get a $25 holla, hang out with him, as he says. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's XB3, yeah. It's a good one. Primo asks, is that a good one? But yeah, man, have you ever felt like your PC wouldn't probably make a better Frisbee than it does a PC? That's where I'm at with this computer. I feel like it would make a better Frisbee I think it would have better aerodynamics than it does processing power. But yeah, that's what's going on here. I've been looking into getting a Chromebook, but the Chromebooks are it's more different than I thought it was. I thought it was like an Android, but it turns out it's really just Linux, and the Chrome browser is the operating system. That's an interesting concept. I didn't realize. I don't really know anything about Chromebooks. So I've been looking into getting one of those to replace this hunk of junk. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm looking forward to, because ever since they announced that they'll be making these cloud gaming machines that from Chromebook, I've been really paying attention just to see what's going to go on. Looking at prices, looking at processors, and I don't know. It's a totally different thing than it is with PC. Nah, what did Sonny say about Jade Raymond? Did you guys catch the stuff that Perp said about expansion? I think she's definitely onto something. So Sean says, I like the Chromebook. It had to grow on me. My teen daughter loves it. Yeah, right. So like I had to think about it. Like I was talking to Perp about this and about Chromebook, and I was talking to Squids about, because they both have Chromebooks, and I figured they would be able to give me some kind of insight on what I should be looking at. And I had to really think about, like, what programs do I use? Let's turn this music on, right? It's ridiculous. Ooh, let's get you right in here. So I had to think about what programs do I use, right? And because my computer is such a slowpoke, I've already formed habits of using cloud-based tools for like the thing I'm using right now to talk to you guys. It's a cloud-based tool. I had to think about what programs do I really use to do my everyday life. What do I use? I mean, there's one or two programs I use, but nothing that I couldn't do, like I told Perp, on my phone, which is Android, but it makes sense to me that I've already started using all these cloud tools, and that's what Chromebook is. It's really just a cloud machine. Like, it pretty much says Chromebooks are nice if you spend most of your time in the cloud. Exactly. I spend pretty much 98% of my time in the cloud. Oh, wait, what did I miss there? So, okay. So he said this about Jade Raymond. The game she's planning, and it's trash. So he feels bad for her. Ouch. That sucks. He has a stupid vendetta against her. I personally won't trust anything Sonny says about Jade or Haven Studios. Interesting. I've never heard any of this. Called her unproven, unqualified, except for the 20 years of success she has. Yo! And now your mama knows. Cowboy is here. What is up, Cowboy? Monk, he says, always feel free to add your stream link in my Discord if you notice we didn't join. I was going to. I've only got so many hands. I got two computers that are acting ridiculous. One shut down when I started the show on its own, and it's just now coming back. Yeah, it's been a hectic morning with the computers. That's an interesting. Yeah, that's some gossip. Yeah. But yeah, any of y'all, feel free to join if you got the chance to, if you want to. Links pinned in the chat. Oh, yeah, man. Let's see, what game am I looking forward to right now? Oh. Saints Row the Third, the remake. I got that. I'm looking really forward to going back and doing that again, because it's been a minute since I played that one, and I wanted to refresh my mind before I got into the Reelected or whatever, Saints Row 4, and then the new Saints Row is coming. So I'm planning on kind of just like rushing through them a little bit. Mm-mm-mm. I'm reading you guys in the chat here. It's like I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I am intrigued. Anyway. But yeah, dude, I don't know. What else, Suna? Oh, we got the Cowboy. What's going on, Cowboy? Welcome to the show.
Come on, brother. You know I can't let you just sit on here by yourself. I gotta jump in when I can.
Yeah, man. This morning's been crazy for me, bro. This almost didn't happen, and I just had to jump in here and say hi to you guys.
You know, it's funny. You was like, where was everybody else? I was like, what? I was there like early in the morning. I didn't see the stream going. I'm like, where's this guy at, man? I came to your thing when it was supposed to start. But hey, listen. Hey, Monk, you're here now, Monk. But hey, hold up. So I caught the end of it. What about the Jade Raymond thing? If you don't mind repeating it.
Let's see. Let's go back up here into the chat a little bit. And here we go. This is where I don't know who Jade Raymond is. So Primo Yannick said, did you catch what Sonny said about Jade Raymond? And then he said he knows the game she's playing and it's trash, so he feels bad for Sony.
Wow.
I think that's
so. Can I add some context for that?
Yes, please do.
So, honestly, I don't know if that's I'm just gonna be honest. All right, you know me. So I don't know if that's a Stadia fanboy thing, because Jade Raymond was the head of Stadia Games and Entertainment. So Jade Raymond, she was the pioneer of the very first Assassin's Creed, the first 3 Assassin's Creed, or especially the first 2. So that's where her name is popular in video games, right? She literally was a person behind the inception of Assassin's Creed. Now, Google hired her to run Stadia Games, or she had a team running Stadia Games and Entertainment. Whenever you watch the Stadia Games and Entertainment stuff, the woman who was up speaking, that was her, Jade Raymond. So she was pioneering the first ever cloud native game, which is why, if you guys pay attention, I keep saying I think Sony's going to come out with the first cloud native game. Reason being is, I feel Jade Raymond was working on the first cloud native game, and now the game she was working on allegedly is the game that reason why Sony bought her studio, which was called Haven Studios. So when Google decided to close Stadia Games and Entertainment, she created her own team, which was a small team, and I believe now they got 108 people, right? So they were their own team. They were making a game for Sony. Sony decided, let's buy them. As of last week, the deal's official. So Haven Studios is officially a brand of Sony. So here's the thing. Let me get into a little bit of it. I feel like, is it fanboyish? I don't know. I don't know. But for him to say, hey, I heard of the game, and again, this is just what I read from your thing popped up. I didn't catch that because I popped into his stream yesterday. He had some choice words for me, which is fine. I told him it's all love. Say what you got to say. So, but him saying the game is trash, but he also said, and this is gonna hurt some people's feelings, but I gotta be real, Monk. So you let me in here, Monk. He also was like, man, Outcasters is one of the best games to come to Stadia. Listen, Outcasters is fun. In my opinion, this is only my opinion, so don't kill me.
He said that, though. You know what I mean? Like, I know what you mean. Like, playing the game, hearing somebody say that is kind of weird. Like, why does he think that? I wonder.
I'm just saying. But again, listen, maybe he played the game and he think it's trash. I don't know. I doubt Sonny got a chance to play that game, though.
I did hear him talking about the first cloud native game and how he thought that it's probably going to suck. You know?
Right.
But it will set some standards and be a foundation to build upon. I mean, that wasn't his exact words, but that's what he was getting at.
Well, let me ask you this, Monk. So, did you ever see a video of a cloud native game?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so here's the cool thing, right? So 2 weeks ago, Tencent released a video of the cloud native game they're working on. And bro, it looks official. It looks like Monster Hunter, but just dinosaurs. It was
Oh,
this
dude,
big dinosaur. You could look it up. Bro, now that looked really good. I was like, whoa. So they said they're using cloud native. They're using the cloud to make the graphics like amazing. Now what I seen, I mean, it didn't look that much more amazing than Monster Hunter, but I think they're gonna expand upon it. The way they was explaining is that graphically it's gonna like blow you away. So yeah, I don't
it
know,
makes
man.
sense to me because like it doesn't matter how hard they push the graphics in the cloud because all we're watching is a video stream of it. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So it does the video stream takes all that out of the way for us as the end user.
Yep.
So
No, you're right.
that's dope. That's the first time I've heard about their cloud game.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool, man. It looked just like Monster Hunter. Like you as a character jumping and running around and slashing these big dinosaurs, and they was trying to kill you. Just like Monster Hunter. It looked cool. It was impressive to me. But it didn't blow me away.
Thanks for jumping on and giving me some context to that because I was kind of like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, man, I tried as much as I can. When I see you go on, listen, I love your content because you know what you do that I like is you put a platform out here. You said, hey, we're going to touch on topics and a non-fanboy thing. You're just like, listen, if I like this, I like this. If I don't, I don't. But you allow us all to speak and say what we got to say. You don't curve like, you don't be like, well, no, that's not fair. You just like, listen, bro, that's your opinion. That's not mine. So next. And that's what I really appreciate with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I live life, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't judge a book by its cover. I like to get to know people and hang out with them. And it's like you don't know what somebody has to offer until you know what I mean? And we all have different opinions. And even if we share an opinion, we might share it for different reasons. Like, anyway, that's how I feel about this show. Everybody should have a voice.
Yo, Sean said Cowboy, you was a fan too. I keep telling you, if you watch my stuff, listen, I always said, before it was a such thing as Stadia, I used to always tell my friends, I don't like fanboys, but I like fans, right? So fanboy mean you'll just ride for anything. So Sean, this is how you could tell if I was a fanboy. If I was a fanboy, I would have never bought a PlayStation 5. If I was a fanboy, I'd be like, what do you mean? Stadia, listen, they're going to get games in 2028. Just wait. Then I would have been a fanboy. But I'm a gamer, so if I gave them like Sonny. All right, so I'm bringing this up real quick. I don't want it to be on me. But on Sonny's show yesterday, I said, listen, I gave Stadia the benefit of the doubt, but when the Insider article came out, it made me months later after it, I start thinking, well, maybe they're not going to get AAA games. So he was like, oh, but a year ago, you wasn't getting a PlayStation 5 and all that. I said, I don't think he's listening. I gave Stadia the benefit of the doubt. I said, longer than most people who jumped off the ship early. I was still hanging in there, right? But I still love games. And once you show me that you might not be able to get the games, nothing against Stadia. Remember, it's Google, not Stadia.
Right.
We always say Stadia, but Stadia is the platform we play games on. It's nothing against Stadia. It's amazing. The tech still works. Nothing changed with Stadia. The only difference is just Google isn't pumping the money in, and I get why they're doing it, but that's not my fault, and it's not Stadia's fault.
Yeah, they already tried it. They tried doing it, and whatever happened. I think there was some behind-the-scenes stuff that we don't know about that happened, maybe even some drama. But I would say, like, Stadia and all these cloud gaming platforms, they have to target so many different types of people. Like there's like you were saying, they don't have the AAA games. I want to play them. I'm going to go over here and do this. But earlier I was talking about, I just had a family reunion and I spent some time with the kids there. They were hanging out playing Jackbox Party, so I joined in with them on a couple of games and I got to talk to them about, I was like, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer AAA games or indies? And all of them said indies. All these, I mean, like I got a group of like 30, 40 kids around me and they're all saying the indies. And
now, are they PC gamers?
No, every single one of these kids had a Switch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, so what games are you playing? And like one of them was telling me about this game called Battle Cats. It's a tower defense. And I asked them, I was like, well, so why do you prefer the indies over the AAAs? And their exact words was just like, they come out, They've got flaws. They've got issues. It's an incomplete game. The microtransactions, the blah, blah, blah. They don't want none of it. So I was like, that's crazy. So like there's just these different types of gamers everywhere, and they're trying to target everybody, at one, as much as they can in the middle. And I don't think that's Stadia's strategy or anything that we're just gonna go all indie. I think they just kind of fell into this over time.
What I think, Monk, is I think they put out the money in the beginning. Again, they came out on stage, so some people might not remember this. Stadia themselves, it was Stadia, but based, what Google was telling them to say, or what, their mission was to rival the consoles. They came out on stage at GDC and said that, right? I watched it. They said, we're going to have these AAA games. We're going to have the bangers, right? But you're going to be able to play them anywhere. Imagine. And they did that, right? So I was the guy that listened and said, oh, this to me is better than my PlayStation because I can't do that with my PlayStation. So when I got into it, they did everything they said. Now, realizing that was very expensive, they're working on the low change porting, and I feel like they will get back to that eventually, but just not right now. So it makes sense, and I don't think it's anything against the people. See, here's the thing. There was people, when we bring up fanboys.
What you just said, they're working on these AAA games, but they're feeding you tons of indies in between.
Right.
So I think they're doing the best they can right now. And
I think they are. And
it's going to change things around too.
Yeah, listen, in time, everybody's going to be like, wow, look at Stadia. Like, trust me, Stadia is not going anywhere. It's just that if you like certain games, right? So this is why I speak for me. And when people, the fanboy thing is funny, but Stadia, if you look at it like me and Stadia was two people, right? We met, we hugged, we instantly liked each other. We shook hands, we played games together, right? Just follow me, right? This is why the fanboy thing sounds dumb when you say me. So Stadia and me was two people, right? We loved each other, we felt in a great relationship. The question is, who changed? Was it me or was it Stadia? That's to be fair. The people call me a fanboy because Stadia, I was a AAA guy. I've always been a AAA guy. Stadia gave me that. So I love Stadia for what it gave me. But if we were two people, it's like, I was like, bro, you done switched up on me. And Stadia's like, I mean, I know, but, it's expensive. We live an expensive lifestyle. Yo, Aunt, you like to go out and eat all the time. And I would be like, yo, but you like to go out and eat all the time, too. I know, but it got too expensive. I just can't do that. So Stadia changed. I didn't.
Well,
so that's unfair.
Let me ask you this, because this is I think this will give us a little more insight into you, right?
Yeah.
Is Death Carnival a AAA game?
Death Carnival is not a AAA game.
Is Death Carnival going to be fucking badass?
I think it is going to be.
See what I'm saying? So it's like there's caveats. You know what I mean?
It is, but we have to be fair. See, this is why when people say the AAA games is what get people eyes, right? Yes, you're going to mention the younger kids, what I get it. But I'm 46 years old, so I'm not those kids. So that's fine for them, but that's not fine for me, right? And I get it. And I get where the future is going. So don't get me wrong. Listen, it's smart to get these kids on now because that's going to be the future. I only got so much more time.
That's the main problem with these kids. They never heard of cloud gaming. They all have Game Pass. Almost all of them had Game Pass, but they all didn't like Game Pass. They were like, I wish it was this. I wish it had that. I was like, well, have you tried xCloud? And they were like, what's that?
Right.
I'm like, oh.
So here's something, right? I love to chat. So Gondar said you can't hold Stadia forever to what someone said on stage. No. You getting it wrong. I'm not holding them to what they said on stage. I'm holding them to what they gave me. I'm holding them on what made me leave PlayStation for Stadia. See, you're getting it twisted.
If you start getting the AAA games, you'll be here.
Yeah.
Because
it's my. So here's the thing. No, I'm saying to him, it's my legit experience is what made me fall in love with Stadia. One, the tech was amazing. Everything they said it could do, it did do for me. A lot of people say, my experience with Stadia is bad. I had amazing experience with Stadia, and I still do. There's very few times it didn't work for me, right? So the tech is great. And the games, again, Doom Eternal was my personal 2020 game of the year. Marvel Avengers was my favorite game. Like, you look at the games that I have, I would have bought them on PlayStation. I love loved them, right? But eventually the games just stopped coming. But I get it, right? You could only hold that up for so long if the player base isn't what they wanted. Remember, they wanted the player base to be 1 million, and it fell short. So you can't keep pumping out.
I have a feeling with the end of this year, regardless of if it's AAA or indie. Geek does sneak. Regardless, though, it's you. There's going to be so many games coming from Stadia towards the end of the year. You're gonna be busy with Stadia. Yo, Geek, welcome to the show. Oh, appreciate it. Could hear you.
Appreciate it. How y'all?
Yeah, we could. What's up, Geek?
What's happening?
Jump in there, Geek. What's up? I want to hear you, what you got to say before I run back in the office and try not to get fired.
Hold on, guys. Give me a moment. I'm gonna come back later, man.
All right. Go ahead. So, yeah, man. Before you go, Cowboy, what?
Yes, sir.
Give me the top 5 games that are in PlayStation's cloud. Your top 5.
That's in PlayStation's cloud?
Yeah.
I think what they got that's killer is they got a bunch of like classic older games, or they got some games that you can't get your hands on, like in the cloud. Or no, I think GFN got, like I was gonna mention. I've always said
PlayStation games, right?
No. I was gonna say Friday the 13th is number 1 on the list. I love that game. And but I believe, I'm not sure if it's on GFN. I would be shocked if it's not. But when people love Dead by Daylight, I always say, man, I wish you guys was playing Friday the 13th. So that's my favorite.
I think that's how I'm pretty sure that's how Dead by Daylight came about. I'm pretty sure the licensing with Jason was, because even making Jason movies has been hard. Yeah. So I think the licensing with that game was the problem, and that's how Dead by Daylight came about.
Probably. Oh, trust me. I know the whole thing with Frank Miller. He's the guy that wrote the original script. I get deep with Friday the 13th. I know the whole lawsuit.
My wife is a super fan of Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. But I'm not gonna get into all that. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I want y'all to hear me clear. I still play more Stadia than my PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation Cloud. But getting the PlayStation was my contingency plan for AAA games. I got one. Yeah, I still love my Stadia. I'm just very verbal. I said it before. I said, when people call me the fanboy, you don't got no problems with Stadia. I said, bro, just your problems with Stadia isn't my problem. I said, trust me, I got a big mouth. The day Stadia have problems, you're going to hear me. Now I have issues, so people hear me. But I still hold Stadia. Stadia is still my love, right? It's just that I got a PlayStation 5, so with one of my favorite games, bar none, is WWE games. Stadia, I waited months. You know, I've waited
because before we had cloud gaming, I was an Xbox guy. But every once in a while, PlayStation would have something that wasn't on Xbox that I wanted. And my friends that had PlayStation, every once in a while, there was something on Xbox that they wanted that they weren't getting. I mean, it's just like that.
Yeah, and you know what it is? I love that you said every once in a while. So when people hear me, like, now mind you, I get people might say, well, you bought a PlayStation 5 for a few games? Yeah, I did. I didn't have a problem with the money, so I did. So for me, it's not a million games I want that PlayStation 5, but it's just the thought of what if a game came out that you never heard of, right? Like I'll say Project Magnum. So what if Project Magnum came out? What's up, Sean? It's just my contingency plan. It's just that if a game came out that I wanted and Stadia didn't get, then I can play. That's all. There's nothing against Stadia besides Google slowed down on the AAA game, so now I'm covered. Right? That don't mean I'm leaving Stadia. It just means that I'm covered. That's all.
Well, shout out your channel real quick, bro, before you take off.
I appreciate it, man. Guys, check me out on Now Your Mama Knows. Most of you guys know, but the channel is Now Your Mama Knows. I do 4 live streams a week at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today I'm trying to come up with some spicy topics that'll get people going. So check me out. I appreciate it, Monk, for letting me on. I appreciate you doing what you're doing. I personally wish you could do this more than just Mondays because I love it to death. But thank you so much. And Sean, I know whatever you say, I'll be listening in the chat. Unfortunately, I don't want to get fired, but I'll be listening, guys.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm around,
shout out to you, bro. Thank you
care,
so
bro.
much. Thanks for coming on. Peace out, bro. Have a good one.
Definitely. Later. And one last thing, Sean, thank you, man, because you participate so much in all of our stuff, and I love it. Whether you agree or not, I think the thing is we should always be able to say what we're feeling, right? And as long as it's true to us, right? As long as we're not making up BS. So I love that anybody has the right to check me. If y'all feel like you're watching my content, somebody did yesterday, hey, I don't agree. That's fine. Like I said, all love. So Sean, I love it, man. I appreciate you for always putting in your input, regardless if we agree or disagree. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's all respect everywhere around.
Definitely, brother. Well, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, man, peace out. What up, bro? How's it going?
I got finally a few minutes
face to face. What's up? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was saying it's all good. I'm finally glad I got a break so I can come hop on and just chop it up with everybody.
Yeah, man. Me and Sean, we run into each other time to time in chat, but we got to play in that Fast and Furious tournament with Cowboy. And, bro, you were giving me the business, bro. Every race. Every race, I was like,
it was like no matter where I went, it was either you or Ryzak was always right there. So
yeah, at first
I'm listening to Cowboy give the tips about saving up your stuff. So I'm like, all right, well, if I can't, hit them with the paint thing, I'm just start ramming everybody until I get my speed up enough.
Hey, I saved a clip where I was in first and his invisible ass passes me up and you see somebody trying to shoot me and there's paint hitting his invisible car.
See, and I was trying to tell him that, but it come out that I'm whining. You know what I mean?
That's all right. We're gonna do something eventually. What up already exists? Oh man, good to see you in chat, bro. We're gonna do some community. There's gonna be a community tournament. There's got to be the summer community tournament coming up. I know I've been invited to host. I haven't heard anything else about it. I know it's coming up in August, so I'm sure that's gonna be one of the games. I hope so.
I do too. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad that, Cowboy talked and hyped everybody up for it because honestly, I wouldn't have probably played it if he wasn't doing him.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Cowboy, man. He gets a lot of flack, dude, but he does pull the community together at the same time.
Yeah.
He's got a real strange. He's a unique person in the
community. He's either the person you love to hate or you hate to love. It just depends on the day with him.
Yeah. It depends what he's gonna say because he'll get you going and be like, "I love you, Cowboy. What are you doing? Why are you saying this?" He's a character, man.
Yeah.
So, what is your top pick out of the pro games, including that stealth drop, the Prague Island? What's your top pick? What's your top game out of all those?
So, the main thing that sucked me in right now is Roguebook.
I'm telling you.
The reason why is.
Oh, we lost your mic a little bit, bro.
All right. Pockets of time to play. So it may be because, I'm working and did that and did husband, all of that stuff. So it's like, all right, well, maybe I got like an hour here. So I'll try to hop onto something real quick that I can, like, all right, here, I'll make 2 runs in Roguebook. And what end up happening is it'll be like 3 hours later and I'm still running it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about Roguebook is, say you get on and you only make make it through a battle or two or whatever. In the middle of it, you can hit pause and drop your run, and you get to keep everything.
Oh wow!
The game. Yeah. You get to keep all the.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, very helpful.
Yeah, I was so proud. I completed 1 run, and then I'm like, all right, now I got to go back because I still got to unlock that other character and everything else.
Then it unlocks those epilogues where it just changes the game, and on top of it, so like it gives you something to select, and it's going to change the game up, right? Like where they would give you these paintbrushes to open the map up on the page, and the one you select where those paintbrushes turn into something else, and you play without the paintbrushes, right? Well, that's just one of the things you could select, and it gives you a bonus of pages that you can collect as you're battling. But what's really cool is as you get further in the levels, you can start combining those epilogues. Like you can select more than one. It just gives you a complete different play experience every time, and you don't know what you're gonna. It's cool. This is a really cool game. I love
Okay.
road games, so
Yeah, so like even before that, I got stuck on Death Run TV. So like those little
yeah,
quick in and out games are the main ones that's sucking me in.
yeah, exactly. It's the casual games, man.
Yep.
The casual
Yep.
games are where you play the most. I feel like, at least for me. Five Nights at Freddy's, my top pick. After that,
Okay. See, I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet.
I didn't think I'd be that into it. I've seen people play Security Breach before. And
Okay.
I had fun watching people play, but I was like, I don't know if this game's for me. And me and my wife started playing it together, and I was like, this game's actually really good.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot because my daughter likes running stuff with me. That's about the only time she really want to see me. She like 15, so other than when it's gaming time or she wants some money, she locks herself in a room. So so
Yeah. Me and my
she's
wife were
hyped
talking
about.
about that. And we were
Yep.
talking about how like she's like, they're gonna kill you, and I'm like, they don't kill you, they just get you. I was like, they don't tell you if they kill you or if they hurt you. They don't tell you none of that. They let you decide. I was like, it's a kid's game. They can't put that in
Yeah.
there.
But yeah,
anyway,
like
you were
she's a
saying-
huge fan of those Five Nights at Freddy things. So when she saw it on there, because she has a Chromecast set up to a monitor in the room, and she's like, "You got more games?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, I'm gonna go play Five Nights at Freddy's." Okay, go ahead. So
Yeah, it's
she's
so
into
cool.
it. So I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, definitely. They make it so easy though to share your games, with your family. I love that.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
like one of
anybody else
the
doing
great
that.
things I love about it. The family share thing, and they don't charge that extra for it. So
Yeah.
even if it's not necessarily a game I'm into, sure, claim it, do whatever you got to do, because I know somebody in the house would enjoy it.
Well, it's like I told Cowboy, all those kids at my family reunion, most of them have Game Pass, right?
Mhm.
And I started explaining to them how on Stadia you don't have to do a subscription. You can just buy the game and play them, and it's there's no charge. It's free. They didn't care because it's
Right.
not their money they're spending anyway. But I was explaining to them how the collection works in Pro, like how your game collection grows, and if you leave, you can come back and your games are still there. I was explaining all that to them, and their little minds were like, "That's really cool. That's awesome."
Yep. See, so the thing that got me into Stadia was I was gonna jump on when everyone else with the founder stuff back in the day. I started listening to the YouTubers like trash it before the product even came out, just even the concept of it. So I was like, all right, well, maybe I'm not gonna pre-order. I'll just save my money. And then it was like every time I looked it up, it was just more YouTube, trashing. And then when they came out where if you had YouTube Premium, they'll send you a Premier Edition. You just had to claim it.
Really?
So yeah,
I wish I would have
so
caught that.
it was
It's
friend of
YouTube Premium's
mine.
only $10.
Yeah. So a friend of mine was like, "Yo, you got YouTube Premium. We might as well claim these Stadia things." So I looked and I was like, "Yeah, I was looking at it before. They like it don't work, but it's free. Let's give it a shot." So we went for it. And his main game is Destiny. That's all he ever wants to play. So he's like, "Yo, we can just hop on Destiny if anything."
Right,
So,
right.
and this was before cross play. It was only
Okay.
cross save. So he had it on Xbox and I had it on Steam. So when we started playing with Stadia, that was our way that we can bring our gear over and run together
play
at that
together.
point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then it made me start trying to look again, and then I came across some MM2K stuff, and I came across Cowboys videos on there. And it was like the only thing that was slightly even remotely positive about Stadia at the time. So that's how I started getting like sucked in, and I'm like, all right, well, with the stuff that they're talking about, I'm not the other YouTubers that were bashing, I'm not experiencing any of that. Like, press the button, thing come on, I boot in the games. It's faster than anything else I have. and I could play it on my phone. So I started diving deeper and deeper. I kept getting the premiere editions, giving them out to people, and trying to get more people involved. But I just love the fact that, and before then, I was like die hard into my Switch, and every once in a while, I might boot up my system. But for the most part, it was the Switch because of the portability. So it's like, oh crap, I can actually play bigger AAA games and stuff. And just all I really need is my phone and maybe a controller on the go. And that's how I started getting stuff in.
I would say, dude, that it's so crazy how like everybody has a different story of how they came to cloud gaming and Stadia, and it's just wild. It's just really interesting how that happens. Like, I don't know, but I want to say something about what Cowboy was saying. He said he doesn't really like family share because if him and his wife want to play the same game, he can't. That's true, but it solves the problem of like back in the day when you were a kid, did you not share games with did your friend not go, hey, can I borrow this game from you? Yeah, let me borrow that game from you and we'll just swap. And then, yeah, you know what I mean? I'll get it back to you when you give me mine back.
Yep.
You can't do that with these digital games, but with family share, you hit up your homeboy and be like, hey man, I got all these games. You want to try them out?
Yep.
You know? No
but
problem.
I think what Cowboy was saying was, I think he says like PlayStation have that now where the two of them can play.
Oh, interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah. I believe I caught him on one of his streams and he was saying like that, or he had posted a poll or something. But I think he was stating that like with PlayStation, even though they may have one game, both of them can use it simultaneously. So that does change it up. And that does make family share appealing.
Yeah. I think it has to do. I bet they'll add some features like that later on if it benefits them. But like right now, you think about it. Google tracks where your sessions are, so it knows like if you switched from your Chromecast to your TV in the middle of a game, or your Chromecast to your computer or your phone, and it switches everything over for you. I think that's probably the technical reason right now why they don't have that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're probably working on it.
I think the closest thing that they may have to try to implement with something like that would be if they take like the Luna couch feature and have it that, hey, you can share your gaming session with a friend, you know, whether they have Stadia or not. Like that would help also bring in more people. I know they're counting on the trials and stuff.
And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's like they're waiting for word of mouth to catch on.
Yeah.
They need to stop that.
I feel like that's the same thing even with their Pixels. Like I love the Pixel line. I just got a Samsung, my last phone, because I wasn't thrilled about I think that was like the Pixel 5. I wasn't necessarily thrilled about it. So I actually switched. But the Pixel phone is such an amazing phone. I feel like they put minimum effort in advertising for it, but it is a spectacular Android phone. Now it's the most I've ever seen them advertised, and that was for the Pixel 6. Was the most I've ever seen them advertised since Pixel and the whole Nexus line. Right. So I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that, but there's a little educating that the general public needs to understand what cloud gaming is, you know. And once you're here, you're like, oh, I get it. It makes sense. But if you've never experienced it and someone's just telling you this, it's kind of hard to fathom what it really means. So I mean, I understand why word of mouth works better for that, but like I said, man, I just talked to a whole group of kids from all over the place. They don't live in one area. They live all over the place. I talked to this group of kids and none of them were aware of cloud gaming whatsoever.
And I think that is a bit of my frustration for Google to be this big ad-driven, ad revenue company. They do a terrible job when it comes down to their own ads. Like right now, my phone get blown up with spam calls and everything constantly. So if I was them, I would be pushing more of the pixel and the feature that, hey, you can have your phone answer and screen the phone calls for you before it even connects. Like they have those types of features. They don't talk about it. Now they're just like, oh, we got a cool camera that detects the difference in black skin tones. Like, yeah, that's good, but you have so much more to offer than that in your device already.
Yeah. Google's a strange beast.
Yep.
They're just really weird with this.
But first, you'll have to unlock your device.
Oh, you hear this?
So I wonder really how long it will take. I hope there's an uptick in advertisement once the Mexico expansion happens, as well as possible the other countries that now they really try to hit it hard. I know they started at first, but those commercials was weird and really didn't teach you anything about the platform.
Right.
The old Stadia commercials, they were just like real cringy and unhelpful.
They were like old school, like, and I mean, honestly, I can't lie, I kind of enjoy it. But they're like old school, like console commercials, you know, like
like the old '90s Sega joints.
yeah. That's what it makes me think of too when it says the Stadia. But I love that. I love hearing that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think if they really just roll it in, and they're doing good now. Like, hey, you get a Chromebook. All right, here we want to send you a free Stadia controller. Fill out this information. Like, I feel like that is genius. It could have. So now they're ramping it up, but they're ramping it up on the in-store already in the ecosystem environment, where if you primarily really use it. So I guess I can see the issue with them trying to. How do you reach out to people who don't necessarily mess with Google stuff? Like maybe they're more so iPhone users or in that Apple ecosystem.
Well, even if they didn't advertise to people outside of the ecosystem, even if they just advertise to people that have Google products, that would be awesome. But they don't. It's like we talk about how like with Luna, if you go to Twitch, you see the play on Luna. But and across the top of the page, everywhere you go, it says try Luna. The thing is though with Google is Google's like this big. They got YouTube, they got Gmail, these are all separate teams, and then within those teams, there's separate teams. So it's not necessarily connected the way you think it is. But I would like to see Stadia. Play on Stadia next to the games underneath my videos. That would be, I think, little things like that could make it huge difference.
Yeah, I agree. Like I have, what is it, the YouTube TV subscription thing. It would be nice to every once in a while see a Stadia commercial come on there. Like it's your ecosystem. You are already displaying whatever local commercials or whatever. Whoever wants to buy some ad time on your own platform.
So I have it on good authority. Well, I'll put it like this. I got good word that we're about to get some new features on Stadia.
Okay.
We've been talking about them here and there on the show, but what I understand, when this expansion to Mexico happens, that there's going to be it's going to be more than just that. It's going to be more than just an expansion. And that's just a couple weeks away. So I'm pretty excited about that. You guys, just watch out. Watch out for it and wait to see what comes. It's going to be cool. But, man, thank you, Sean, for joining the show.
No problem. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man, it's really good to finally get to talk and chop it up with you, bro, outside of the text chat. So, but yeah, man, I just want to say thank you in the chat. Suna, now you're Jeff Gynak, Sanchez, David P, Ron Slusher, Suna, all these guys do great stuff on their channels. Go check them out, look them up. I love you guys. This is the best community in the world. Cloud gaming, Stadia, all you guys. Man, thanks for joining me this morning. I'm sorry I was a little late, having technical difficulties. But you know, things happen. The show we're still here. We showed up. And be sure to join me Friday night for Cloudy Thoughts. Like I said, scheduled guest is MM2K. We're gonna see how it goes. That should be a big one. And yeah, that's about it, man. You got anything you need to shout out, Sean? Oh, nope, he took off. Well, Sean, thank you for coming on. You guys, Sean's awesome. If you see him in the chat, shout him out, talk to him. I don't know if he has a channel. I don't think he does. I'm not sure. I will find out. And if he does, I will shout it out on the show. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming. And, Cloudy Thoughts. Peace.